The alkaline diet has been surging in popularity thanks to a good dose of celebrity endorsement through people like Elle Macpherson, along with its claimed benefits of weight loss, increased energy and protection from all sorts of diseases. So is there much truth to the amazing claims made about the alkaline diet? And importantly, will following it boost your fertility? I'll answer all those questions and more for you shortly, so stay tuned. So what exactly is the alkaline diet? Well, it's based around the idea that foods that you eat can alter the acidity or alkalinity of your body. So we're talking about how foods can alter the pH of your body specifically. A pH of 7 is considered neutral. Below a pH of 7 is a state of acidity, and above 7 is a state of alkalinity. Now the next step in the rationale for this diet is that our body prefers to be in a slightly alkaline state, and this is optimal for our health. This is the one claim that is 100% correct, as the pH of our body stays within a very narrow range of about 7.35 to 7.45. As a bit of a detour though, the pH changes all throughout our body. For example, our stomach is extremely acidic, and for good reason. Its job is to help with the digestion of food. So an alkaline diet only focuses on the pH of the blood. As promoters of the alkaline diet claim, if you eat acidic foods, they will drive your body pH lower, and this represents a breeding ground for many diseases and illness. Eating lots of alkaline foods will balance this out and help keep you healthy. How easy is that? Well, it isn't that easy as it turns out, because the inconvenient truth of science gets in the way here. There are no foods that you can eat that can change the pH of your blood. If foods did this to any extent and your pH fell outside the tightly controlled normal range, your cells would stop working and you would die very quickly if left untreated. And keep in mind too that if acidic foods could indeed shift the body to a more acidic state, then alkaline foods would just do the same. And a pH change in either direction outside of that very tight blood pH range spells bad, bad news. The body deals with any excess acid or alkaline through its acid-base buffering system. This acid-base buffering system includes our blood, kidneys and lungs, which together act in concert to keep us in a happy, balanced pH range. Now, there is actually a small kernel of truth in that foods can change the pH value of the urine, but this is part of how the body buffers against too much acid or alkaline. You see, urine pH is actually a very poor indicator of overall body pH and general health, though, as it can be influenced by many other factors other than diet. So don't waste your money on urine pH sticks, as they tell you very little about your blood pH. When food is digested and metabolized, it does have a net acid or alkaline effect on the body. This is from the leftover waste products, sometimes called ash. This ash can be acidic or alkaline, depending on the protein, sulfur, or mineral content of the food. So what are the foods that typically fall into the acidic group? They include things like meat, poultry, fish, dairy, eggs, grains, and alcohol. Foods that are more alkaline are fruits, nuts, legumes, and vegetables. Sugars, fats, and starches are typically more neutral. Notice a theme in the foods promoted for their alkaline ability. It is fruits, nuts, vegetables, and legumes, foods that are super healthy to eat. Now, if you started eating a diet with a lot more of these foods in your diet at the expense of a lot of overly other processed foods, guess what? You'd probably be feeling healthier, but it would have nothing to do with alkalizing your body. So the big question is there any evidence that an alkaline diet will help with fertility? Well, sorry, no. But you could ask the same question to do with a whole range of health issues and get the same negative answer, as there is almost no actual research to either support or disprove the claims about alkaline diets. A recent scientific review looking at claims made about an alkaline diet and cancer found a lack of evidence for or against a diet with a high acid load causing cancer in the first place, or for drinking something like alkaline water and treating the cancer. The whole basis of an alkaline diet is being pushed by those with products, books and stories to sell you, with little research to back up their claims. And this applies just as much to false claims made about its benefit in helping those with fertility. There is a small positive message that you can take away from alkaline diet though, and that's the overall dietary pattern it promotes. In a typical Western country like Australia, we're faced with lots of health issues, and part of this comes from a diet high in ultra-processed convenient foods, combined with a low fruit and vegetable intake. This is a diet that meets the definition of a high acid load diet. It is also the type of diet that is at odds with the current dietary recommendations. However, acid-forming foods aren't necessarily bad for you. A diet is judged as a whole entity and not just on single foods. And when it comes to fertility, we already know that healthy diets favouring seafood, poultry, whole grains, fruits and vegetables are related to better fertility in women and men. This is a diet that includes both acid and alkaline foods and fits within the current dietary guidelines. Compare that to an alkaline diet where you need to refer to complicated lists, monitor your urine with pH sticks and avoid otherwise nutritious foods. Okay, so I've given you a lot of information today, so let's summarise. The alkaline diet ticks all of the boxes of a fad diet. The entire rationale for the diet is based on a lack of understanding of how the body's acid-base system works. Foods cannot change the pH of your blood. If they did, it would be fatal. And the lack of scientific evidence for an alkaline diet helping with fertility, let alone any other health condition, is glaring. Now, I'm sure that you've got loads of questions, so feel free to post them in the comments below. And to make all this easier for you, and to give you a diet that does have plenty of fruits and vegetables in it, I'd love you to download my free meal plan. Just go to melaniemcgrice.com/fertility. And I look forward to catching up with you next week on Nourish. So when an alkaline diet really if foods, the body deals with this acid base, such a tongue tie. The body deals with any acts and general health. We need some commas in here, Tim.
Okay.
Yeah, a bit of punctuation would be good. And general health. When food is digested and metabolized, it does. And for drinking something alkaline with little research to back up their claims. Melanie.